Okay, we have a question here today on finding the estimated mean. So this is what a typical estimated mean question is going to look like. You're going to get a table, and in the table you're going to see like bands or classes, like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Now, why is it an estimated mean? Because the normal way of finding out the mean is by adding up all the numbers and then dividing it by the frequency. Now, the reason it's estimated is because we have 3 people in this class. Okay, we don't know exactly how many minutes these people spent. Okay, this is the amount of time they take to get to work, by the way. So we know that in this class 3 people took between 0 and 10 minutes, but we don't know if it was 5 minutes or 6 minutes or 7 minutes and 22 seconds. We don't know. All we know that it's in this class. Okay, so that's why we're doing the estimated mean. Now, the best way to do it, okay, the best way we can find an estimate is by taking the midpoints of each of these classes. Okay, so we make a separate little column, so we call it midpoints. Okay, so what's the midpoint of 0 to 10? It's 5. 10 to 20 will be 15. 20 to 30, it will be 25. 30 to 40, it's going to be 35. 40 to 50, 45. Okay, so now we have our midpoints. Okay, now it says here that the data is taken from a small sample of people. How many people are in the sample? That's easy. Just look at the frequency column here, and this will tell you. If you add that all up, that will tell you. So 3 add 7, 10, add 8 is 18, add 3 is 21, add 1 is 22. So there's 22 people in total. Just thought it would be good to put that in there. Okay, because just so you know how many people this data actually comes from. So we've got our midpoints. So what we do now is we make this thing called an FX column. Okay, and that just means the frequency times the midpoints. Okay, you can call that, you don't have to call that FX if you don't want to, but yeah, that's just what we call it today. 3 times 5. Okay, so you're going to make that 15. 7 times 15, time to get the calculator out. You're always going to get these sorts of questions on calculator papers, guys, so actually best for me to demonstrate to you on calculator anyway. So 7 times 15, 105, so whack that in there. So 105, then 8 times 25, let's do it over here. 8 times 25, 200. Like that in there. 3 times 35. Like I say, even if you know the answer, just do it on the calculator because you don't want to be making silly mistakes. Okay, it's much better like that. But obviously if it's 1 times 45, then what's the point? Okay. Then, so you've done the midpoint column, you've done the FX column. Now you just need to add up all of the FX column. Okay, so it's like the mean now. Add it all up and divide it by the number of people. So add it all up. So it's 15 plus 105. Just be really careful when you do this bit. A lot of people make mistakes on this. Make sure you're always pressing the plus key and not like a minus key or a times key or something like that. So 200 plus 105. Just double check. That's 105. And then add 45, and then you get 470. Just write that in there. Just write it so the examiner can see it. Okay, if you might have made a mistake there, the examiner might still give you working out marks even if you get the answer wrong. So always put your working out down. Now, to work out the mean, you just do the total divided by the total of fx divided by 22. And actually there's a little like a formula for that. Estimated mean equals the sum of fx over the sum of f. Yeah, this means the sum of, so the total of the fx column divided by the total of the frequency column. Okay, so basically let's make it easy now. 470 is what it's saying, divided by 22. Okay, so put that on the calculator. 470 divided by 22, and you get 21.36 recurring. Okay, so we'll put that there, 21.36 recurring. So that's basically saying 36, 36, 36, 36. Okay, if you want to make it to one decimal place, then we'll just do 21.4. Okay, and that's your answer. Let's have a look if it makes sense. Okay, so it's saying that the average amount of time, the estimated mean for the amount of time taken to get to work is 21.4 minutes. Okay, that's what we're working this out for. Does it make sense? Always do this at the end of these questions. Have a look if it makes sense, because if it doesn't, you've probably made a mistake. Okay, 21 minutes. What's the most popular column? It's these two, isn't it? 20 to 30 and 10 to 20. So the average being in this little category here, in the 21 minutes category, 20 to 30, that would make sense because it's also the most popular category as well. So that's probably makes sense that it's the average as the mean. So yeah, it looks like we've done the right thing here. So now I would commit to this answer in the exam, and I would assume that I've done it correctly. Hope this makes sense. These are really, really important questions because they carry a lot of marks in the exam, maybe 4 or 5 marks. So make sure you do this properly. Anyway, hope this helped. If you want regular support from me to help you get the grades you want, why not join one of my weekly classes? It's very affordable. Contact me if you want to find out more.